Hi, my name is Crystal Grimes with iPro Realty Network, and I'm excited to introduce to Marilyn Skousen. And she is a dear friend of mine that's been living in Kenya for the last 5 years in Narok, so the town of Narok. So I wanted to introduce you to her. We're doing a little collaboration to help some programs that are going on in her area that will help the locals there in living a better life. So Marilyn, I'll let you kind of just introduce yourself a little bit and then tell us about what you love about being in Kenya, and
Sure.
and then we'll ask you some questions.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for the opportunity. I am coming to you from Narok, Kenya, Africa, where I have been living. This is year 5. Narok is kind of the halfway point between Nairobi and the Masai Mara, the famous Masai Mara, where we've been rated, I think, 9 years in a row now, the #1 place in Africa to come on safari. And I am the founder of Soul Safari, which is our travel division, and of course then Harambee Humanitarian, which is our Give Back, our nonprofit organization. Harambee is the Swahili word for coming together, working together, caring and sharing. And it is my honor and privilege to have this collaboration. When Crystal suggested it, it was all yeses for me. So I'm so excited.
Well, I'm so excited also, because I think when we're it's kind of giving back, but it's paying forward a little bit, that we're trying to, I can see how this would benefit the young people that are there in having access to books, not only a library, but also to be staying in school. Knowledge is power. That's how I feel about knowledge, and having as much as and soaking up all that knowledge that we can is so important in clarifying how we think about things and the way our brains work, and how to work with them the best. And so I'm very excited about it as well. And
you're spot on, because actually at Harambee Humanitarian, we call our Give Back projects Pay It Forward projects.
Awesome.
So, and my first job ever was working in a library. So I've never met a book I didn't need to buy. I am truly a book lover. And I will tell you some of the projects that we've already done here. We have statistics that show that creating a culture of reading in a school has a direct effect on their exams and their overall scores.
That's awesome. I'm not surprised at all with that. So, what are some of the, when you're doing your safaris, well, let's go back first. Let's talk about a little bit about the school that we're going to be sending these books to and helping build the library. What the population of that will help, and just a little bit about those people that are there.
I'd love to. So it is called the Tenkes Primary School, Tenkes. It is located in Mtiak, which is in the Mau Forest, so about an hour kind of up the mountain from us. It is predominantly the Maasai tribe, the highland Maasai, because it is in the forest. So merino sheep, farming of wheat, barley, potatoes, corn, or they call it maize here, is primarily that. Because of the location, it can sometimes be very difficult to get to, especially if there's a little bit of rain, which because it is the forest, and because the Mau Forest is the main feeder to the Mau River, which is also a tributary of the Nile River, it actually truly runs downstream. So these are students who, their families are farmers, and they generally are very low income. I would say the average monthly income of a family is probably $175 US or less. Books are incredibly expensive in this country, more expensive than in the US. So if a book is $15, you can
That's a huge percentage.
That's a huge percentage and just out of reach for them. So this school is near and dear to my heart. We've been serving them. They have been collaborative partners, which I really love. We really look for folks that are partners, not just recipients. So we love, they always kind of plus one and add on to everything that we're doing. And we have a lot of really beautiful families in that community that come out
Oh.
to serve shoulder to shoulder with us.
Well, and I love, I don't know how they get the colors so bright in the fabrics that they use in their dress and the products that they produce. It just blows my mind
The Maasai
to
tribe, yeah,
think
the
about.
Maasai tribe is one of the most remote tribes left on the planet that still practice their culture daily. So if you ever watch Nat Geo, sometimes you'll see they're the ones that are tall and thin, and the men, the warriors, jump really high in the air. Sometimes you see them puncture the neck of a goat or a cow and drink the blood. They're just lovely, very generous people, and we've really enjoyed being partners with them at their school.
That's awesome. So the other program that we're talking about is also, obviously keeping young women in school.
Mhm.
So you had told me about some products that you found that are more beneficial for them. And
Yes.
so can you tell us a little bit about those products and the benefits of those?
Yes, so our other program is menstrual hygiene management. So we are working with girls in school to provide a simple solution that actually keeps them in school. So one of the other things with the Maasai tribe is historically they practiced female genital mutilation, which was a variety of type of surgical procedures done by the locals, where they would remove the clitoris or sometimes outer and inner labia. And then that made them eligible for marriage. Now, that has been outlawed in this country for about 7-8 years, but in rural areas it's still practiced and sometimes harder to enforce. And one of the simple solutions to, number one, help them avoid FGM and early marriage is actually keeping them in school. And oftentimes girls in rural areas just don't have access to menstrual hygiene products. And so we have found a deliciously soft antimicrobial menstrual pad that is washable, and so self-sustaining for a few years, over 100 washes, and doesn't require that much water. And again, every time it's used, it has this antimicrobial, antifungal technology that is woven into the fabric itself.
That's awesome.
It's so awesome. And so we do workshops with the girls. We teach them about their bodies, about their cycle, about when the time is that they could get pregnant, so they know when not to get pregnant. We teach them some self-defense and really remove the shame and stigma around menstruation. So it just really helps a girl when she has access to that. She doesn't miss days in school, and she can actually participate, not get behind. When a girl stays in school, there's much less likely chance of her having early marriage and FGM.
That's great. Well, and I love how you're, working in the community to educate them that with those things, because I can see, I don't know, I think that helps them understand, and like you said, removes the stigma against those natural things that are, a little messy, but they're beautiful things that happen to us, and
Yes.
understanding them can make us a lot more comfortable with what's happening. So that's great.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we have a lot of community support from men and women, mamas, grandmas, sisters. And so unfortunately, still around the world, there's menstrual shame that happens as well. And so really helping empower girls in the conversation, the knowledge, and then giving them the resources.
That's
Super
awesome.
simple solution to what sounds like a pretty complex challenge.
Yeah. Well, and I was telling my daughter about the what you were telling me about the product, and she's like, "Mom, can we get some of those?" And I was like,
Yes, I'm
"Dude,
actually working on getting them there. I've
that's
used
awesome.
them for over 7 years now.
Awesome.
I use those. I take them with me no matter what country I'm traveling in. They're more absorbent than anything I've ever tried, and Crystal and I were just talking about how old we are. We're not spring chickens. So I've
No,
been around menstrual hygiene products for a while. They're the most absorbent, the fastest drying, and the most comfortable products I've ever used.
that's exciting. Yeah, we've been around a little while, haven't we? All right. So the last thing that we're going to do, and we're going to be donating $500 from each the buying or the selling of a home to these programs, and we're allowing them to choose which program that they're doing. And one lucky couple pair at the end of the year, we will do a drawing from all of those that have bought or sold, and they will win 2 tickets to come visit you and actually see where their donations are going.
Yes.
And to experience that safari, so that soul safari that is, you said it's not been #1 in over the last 9 years. Is that what I
Yeah,
remembered?
so the Masai Mara here in Kenya, which is closest to my neck of the woods, has been rated #1 as the #1 place to come on safari. In fact, we just call it Lion King Live. If you've seen the Lion King movie, like it's actually based on Pride Rock is an actual area here in this country. So,
wow.
but yes, if you are an animal lover, if coming on safari has been on your bucket list, all the winning juju and good luck to you guys. It's such I was blown away by your idea and how generous you've been with paying it forward. Plus then one lucky pair of folks gets to come on a soul safari to Kenya.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. And something I feel passionate about is doing the pay it forward, trying to help others who might not have an opportunity to help themselves in the best way possible. And so I'm really excited about that. Okay. Do you have a soul safari following? Like,
we do. In fact, we have a private group on Facebook. So if you're on social media, that's the place to find us. I post all kinds of videos. In fact, I'm just getting ready to post where you'd be staying. Part of it on the Soul Safari, especially in the safari part, is at the Majimoto Maasai Cultural Center. It is located on the Masai Mara. Majimoto means hot water in Swahili. So there's hot springs there, but you really get the cultural experience of traditional Maasai warriors, a day in the life of what they experience. We go on safari during the day. We do star watching at night, throwing spears, arrows, shields, learning how to start fires with a piece of hardwood and a piece of softwood. So yeah, and there comes the rain too, the rains of Africa. So
that's exciting.
it is exciting. And yes, lots of photos that we take of animals while we're out on safari, updates on our Pay It Forward projects. Also, we invite you to be part of Harambe Humanitarian. We have a page there that you can see how everyone's generous hearts and hands are giving back as well.
That's awesome. Well, I can imagine it. Staring at the stars over there is much different than here, because you're not only just below the equator, right? So
yeah, thousands more stars, no light pollution, and then the Maasai predict the weather by the stars, so they can show you how they're doing that as well.
That's awesome. That's exciting. Well, I appreciate it, and I look forward to making this a successful collaboration and getting those needed things over there to bless the lives of the Maasai tribe and your community. And so we appreciate that, and I'm glad that you were excited about it as much as I am, and I am excited to see what the future holds. And
and as we say in Swahili, asante sana, which means thank you so very much. And then karibu Kenya, welcome to Kenya.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Marilyn. You have a great day, and please just give us a call with any questions that you have, if you want more details and things like that, and we'll have a good time. Have a great day.
Thank you. Big hugs.
Bye-bye.